Start with the January 6th committee, and in particular, the deal that they made, a closed door videotape deposition from former White House counsel Pat Cipollone. What makes him such an important witness and this such a important victory for the committee?
Well, can we just say that, first of all, the fact that he clearly got his courage after Cassidy Hutchinson, who I think she's 26 years old, right?
Right.
Decided she's going to go up and she's actually going to testify, and consequences be damned, because that's what democracy does require, and congressional investigations and transparency warrant. And then all of a sudden he seemed to have some epiphany of, oh, maybe the fact that my name has been talked about over and over and over again, I can't just get away with the idea of simply having hearsay of what I may have said. I actually have to face the committee and corroborate or deny it. But either way, you got to talk.
He was in the room where an awful lot of these discussions took place in the Oval Office and around there. We also know what Cassidy Hutchinson said about him, that she was told by him directly, don't let Trump go up to the Hill or they will be charged with every crime imaginable. We know that he knows.
Effing crime imaginable.
Yeah. Now there's something else involving him though, and that is the pardons. We know that he was directly involved in all of the pardon applications and requests that came into Trump. And we now know many members of Congress who asked for pardons. So if he was a collaborator on some of these, he may have some culpability himself. And that may be one of the reasons he also wants to testify now, to try and clear himself.
If Lin-Manuel Miranda were to have scripted this, it's the scene of in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. And literally the room we're talking about is the dining room. He was with the president before, apparently during and after, we're learning as well. And so what he may have said, what the water cooler moments took place afterwards, what was happening, he'll be able to tell us. But the problem, of course, is what they're trying and concerned about is a lot of what happened with, say, a Don McGahn type of figure, the idea of White House counsel. If there is a strong argument where privilege might attach and apply and put a muzzle on you, of all the people in the world, it might be obviously Pat Cipollone who would have a stronger argument. The issue where it gets murky is, look, were there things he then said to other people? And of course, the person who owns that privilege is the actual president of the United States, not a former one, but the actual. And the current president of the United States, President Joe Biden, said that privilege, you guys go ahead and talk. So will he really do it? That's the question for today.
Trump himself has now put out there, Pat Cipollone was counsel for the United States. He was counsel to the president, not counsel to the candidate. And right. Trump was acting in these cases not as a president, but as a candidate. So there are real questions about whether there's any privilege here in most of these conversations.
Only Norm and I here aren't lawyers, but I played one.
But you're Minnesotans.
You stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Come on, bring it in.
Well, I did play one in a sketch, and I have been watching these and loving every minute of them. I think they've done these brilliantly, and they've exceeded my expectations, but nothing has shocked me. Nothing has shocked me. So if someone testifies the next hearing and says that, the president asked me to do research on gallows and nooses, and I wouldn't be surprised that did the president ever dance a jig at any point? Yes, it was misreported that the crowd had caught up with the vice president and torn him to pieces. And what did he sing when he was dancing the jig? I mean, nothing. Yeah. So I don't know what Cipollone is going to say, but he's under oath and he's testifying, and it's on videotape.